Glad to have you join us right here on iBrandTV. If you're just tuning in, you're not so late because we're just about to start the discussion segment. The spate of insecurity and threats to lives and properties of Nigerians has obviously reached an alarming stage. This is in spite of the increasing visibility and combat operations of the Nigerian military and other security agencies. These worrisome developments have apparently necessitated the public to question government commitment and strategies employed towards ending the crisis. Many stakeholders and security experts posited for community policing and the adoption of technology and innovations in tackling the security challenges currently bedeviling the nation. And joining us to discuss and make sense of these conversations, we have with us a public affairs analyst and also a friend of the house, Mazi Jinedum Obioha. Good morning, Mazi, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah, good morning once again. It's my pleasure.
Mazi Obioha. Obioha.
Yeah, correct.
Obioha.
That's a general opinion.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right,
Good morning and welcome.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me. It's
You're
my
welcome.
pleasure. I regard this a privilege, and I want to sincerely thank the management for having me every Monday.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, sincerely. Our viewers, you're welcome.
All right, Mazi, with the recent high increasing rate of insecurity in the country, some stakeholders have come to say the government should employ tactics like using community policing and innovations, technology to manage the situation. What's your opinion about this?
Yeah, once again, I have to thank you for bringing up this topic. We have discussed it time and again in other forums. Community policing has been the clamor. People have been clamoring for it for quite some time now. I remember 4 years ago, I was in the East. One radio station called me and asked my opinion. And I said, there's nothing wrong. I think that's the best thing to go. That's the best thing. But the fear is that the governors will take advantage of it to use it to attack their political opponent. But that's not the issue. The issue is this. When you have community policing, it gives you room to know who is who coming into your community. It gives room for people to know what is happening in the community, and it gives room for improvement in security within the domain. With the speak of insecurity here and there, it's like we have lost it all. I was here some time ago. I said the level of insecurity now and how things have gone bad in the 68 years of my existence, I've never seen it like that. I've never seen it. Things are coming every day, insecurity every. Why can't we now go back to the drawing board? How were these people secured? How was Nigeria secured in the 60s, 70s, even 80s, even before 90s? How was this country called Nigeria was secured? Community policing is, in my opinion, one of the best things, because those that will be recruited into the system will be within the community areas. Be able to know, just like estate has a gate. The security there knows who goes in and who goes out. They live within the area. If there's a stranger or a strange movement, the people there will be able to know. So that is why we are asking the government, please give room for this community policing. Give state government, give local governments authority for them to establish this. You can say, okay, those that will be the community policing will be trained by the federal police. But my worry and my fear is that, are they not going to inculcate the corruption in the system already? Otherwise, but you cannot say because if you go to war, you will die. So for that, you won't go to war. Let us have this community policing. It gives room for us to checkmate the activities. Look at what is happening in all over the country. Kidnapping, raping, banditry, and what have you. And these people live within the community areas. So if we have community policing, they'll be able to know who and who has entered into this community. And again, you talk about our borders.
The porous.
Very, very porous. Very, very porous. If you go all over, what was going on my mind this one as I was coming is that we say we are 200 million people in Nigeria. And I want to stand to be corrected that even within these 200 million people, Nigerians are not up to 150 million. Nigerians, those born in Nigeria, those called Nigerians are not up to 150 million. Others are foreigners. How do they enter?
But this is a mere speculation.
That's what I said. I stand to be corrected.
Okay.
Whether you call it speculation and things. Look, go to Lagos. Lagos has one of the highest population in the country, because every person, about more than 5,000 persons, enters into Lagos every day. How many of them? As I was coming now, come and see the Okada riders. Come and see the Okada. Majority of the Okada riders are not Nigerians. Majority of those people, cat pushers, are not Nigerians. Security people, those you employ as a guard and things like security, they are not. Most of them are not Nigerians. Then how do they enter? And these are the people that in each party we used to vote to cast to win. I discussed about the borders last time. I mentioned Ilela, I mentioned Bama, I've been to those areas. These are the people that are causing this problem. Now, when you have community policing, they will not be able to allow them enter into into their community, because they know who is who.
All right. Now, Mazi, the importance or necessity for community policing cannot be overemphasized.
Of course.
We all know. Now, why does it look as if the federal government doesn't see it from this perspective, and this has made the federal government not consider it expedient, to establish community
you use the word
policing?
expedient. Ngwa. They are not, because who is the IGP? The IGP is appointed by the president in court, right? The IGP now runs in the dictate of who his employer, right? He takes instruction direct from the president.
Okay.
The president does whatever he wants with the IGP. So the federal government is afraid. It's afraid.
Afraid of what?
Afraid of some certain things, uncertainty. But the problem is that Nigerians have said we need community policing, just like we said we need electronic transmission of the result. That's what we're saying. Because I will be able to know who enters because of the yonder. Does it not? The far north. The far north. There's no check and balances there. So who? And that is the other time I took time to analyze. Why is it that the North is now saying we have the power? It's because how many states are in the North? 19 states. How many in the South? 17. Even the local government. Kano alone has about 40. Medugri, that's Bruno, 40 something. Now, if you say community policing, then they will be instructed. They'll be given the assignment. Make sure nobody, a foreigner, doesn't enter into my community, and they'll be able to say enough is enough. Yes. How many times have these people said, give us instruction, let us go into the forest, let us? Why are we calling for community policing? It is the order of the day, even internationally. Why is it that we don't want to use it? It's because of fear of uncertainty. One, the governors don't want it. Those in authority don't want it, because they say the governors will use it to attack their political opponents. That's maybe too sound, but then it's not all. There are more benefits when we have community policing than when we don't have it. It is this insecurity all over. It's because we don't have check and balances in the states.
And you don't think the establishment of state security agencies like what have you?
I think we have the Ebubago in.
No, I don't want to.
Of course, that was a protest.
I don't want to mention Ebubago because
Amotekun,
Amotekun is doing a good job more than Ebubago.
Ebubago just started.
Are they not a good enough replacement?
Yeah, they're good enough replacement.
See, let me tell you, Lagos State is by implication running this community policing. Mark my word, by implication. They have neighborhood watch.
Yeah.
Abi?
Yes.
They have Amotekun.
Lagos
State. And that's not the West.
The
West.
Okay.
And it's all over. It's all over. They are doing it. And in other states, even the North, they have their own vigilante, whatever. Right? That is now, if government will say, okay, let all these arms fuse into community policing, you see there will be a difference. You talk about technology and things like that.
Yeah, of course. Now,
technology is important. It's important in a civilized society because when we say let us move forward, people say no, let us go.